Hello, everybody. Digital Dungeon Master here. And in case you don't know, my name is David. And last week, I posted a Should I Stay or Should I Go video simply because, when you are, I guess I could consider myself a YouTuber. I guess I could say that. I never really considered that. But if you are into making videos, if you do create content, you will notice that there are a lot of ups and downs when doing this. And it is a down time for Digital Dungeon Master, that's for sure. And I talked about that in my video last week. And I made a call out to the community for ways that I can improve, the notoriety of my Digital Dungeon Master YouTube channel. And I want to first thank my entire community, all 25,000 of you. If you watched the video or not, if you commented or not, thank you very much. I learned a lot over the last week. I have literally sifted over 150 comments, 150 plus comments on the video itself on the YouTube channel, which is probably one of the videos that has the most banter on it. I guess you could say the most discussions on it. And also the 30 to 50 emails that I got through my digitaldungeonmaster.com website. So thank you to everybody that has responded, that has sent me an email. I've now officially, just of about 10 minutes ago, I've officially finished all the comments. I've gone through every single comment, and I always like to, in my 8 years of doing this, I've always been pretty active on, responding. And I would love to see my response count, sort of like what on the forums, you have, 10,000 replies. I probably have tens of thousands of replies on YouTube, and I would love to see a total. Unfortunately, I can't get that data from YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for commenting. I have really listened. I've taken a full page front and almost back of notes on what I can do to improve the channel. And, I am an old school grognard. In the past, I would say in the early part of my life to the middle part of I guess I'm in the middle part of my life now, but in the early part of my life as an adult, I did not like change. But, doing YouTube, doing games, it has made me change over the last 8 years, 10 years of doing this to actually adapting to change. Because when you are a YouTuber, technology changes and you always have to change. And unfortunately, over the last 4 years, I haven't really done a lot of upgrading to my audio, my video and stuff. So therefore, a lot of my videos were suffering quality-wise. And as you can see now, I've upgraded everything. I've got new lighting. I've got a new mic. I've got new cams. So everything should look nice and clear and crisp now. The audio levels should be to where they were, years ago. And so that was one part of many parts that I'm going to discuss about. So this, I want to keep my videos going forward. I want to keep my videos in a 10 to 15 minute range, but this is probably going to go well over 15 minutes. But I am going to try to go through this as quickly as possible without rushing and stuff like that. So without further ado, I have gone through your comments, and I'm going to go over these one by one, and I'm going to, talk about what I'm going to do to fix and improve this. So a huge comment was, a huge bunch of comments were about the way that I put videos up on YouTube. And the way that I've done it for the last 8 to 10 years is I will take a video, I will take a game, whether it be 2 hours, and I will break it up into 4 30-minute videos, right? And when I first started doing YouTube, I put one episode up there. So episode 1 was episode 1. Well, this is back when, YouTube had been around for a while, but they didn't have video continue watching. So you could leave the video, come back later, and now it will pick up where you left off. Now, when I first started recording videos, putting videos on YouTube, YouTube didn't have that functionality. So that was the reason why I put 4 videos. I took one game, broke it up into 4 videos, because I would have people complaining, hey, I can't, take a break from watching a video and come back and try to find the spot where I left off. But if you had shorter videos like all the other channels do, then I could easily watch it. And I did that because, there were quite a few people that would ask me to do that. So going forward, I'm sorry, this is going to make some people mad probably, but this is something that I need to do. And I'm going to put a video, if I have session 1 of my new Pathfinder starter box set game, or session 1 of D&D adventureweek.com, module B1. Session 1 is going to be session 1. There's going to be no more breaking up videos, breaking up each session into 4 videos, because all it does is confuse people. I say session 1, video 1, 2, 3, 4. Session 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's confusing as hell. It's confusing to me sometimes when I'm making my thumbnails and uploading the videos. There's been so many times where I've screwed up because I'm like, okay, I know this is session 20, but what episodes are they? So I'm sorry, everybody. No more doing that. Every video is going to be its own episode. No more breaking up videos going forward. No more confusion. I want to stop that. So that's what I'm doing. So moving forward, games. I'm going to be running 1 game a week. That's it. I just don't have time to run, 4, 5, 6 games a week anymore. So I'm going to be running content from D&D 5e, Pathfinder 2, Starfinder, and Savage Worlds, and I'm going to rotate those games in. Now, I've also heard there's a lot of comments about, well, I followed you for D&D 5e, and if you're not going to run D&D 5e, I'm leaving. I can't make you stay, okay? So I'm going to be kind of honest here, and, I hope you as a gamer can have an open mind to where there are other games out there besides Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. There are a lot of great games out there. And if you're wearing that upside down Victorian lampshade that you can't see anything but D&D 5e, I'm sorry. That's not my problem. I'm putting I'm going to put content out on my channel that I want to put out. And, I do want to take a break from D&D 5e, but I still like D&D 5e. I've never said that I hated D&D 5e. I may be critical of it, but I'm also critical of other games as well. So I will be doing those 4 rule sets going forward, and I'm going to be doing short games. There's no more big 6-book adventure paths anymore. There's no more big 300-page Wizards of the Coast, Ravenloft and Tomb of Annihilation. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't have time to do that. Could you imagine how long it would take me at doing a game at an hour to 2 a week? Dungeon of the Mad Mage? That would literally take a decade to do. I mean, yeah, I just don't want to do big adventures anymore. And, if you don't like if you don't like anything but 5e, I'm sorry. I used to be like that. I used to be like you. Until I started reading about other games and trying other games. I used to be in the mindset, if it didn't say TSR, or if it didn't say Wizards of the Coast, I just automatically thought by default that it sucked. Because I'm such a fan of D&D and Wizards of the Coast and TSR. But I have been enlightened, and I have been reading about other games for about 6 to 8 years now. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of great games out there. There's too many games and not enough time to play them. I mean, there's a lot of games that I love. Shadow of the Demon Lords, 13th Age, Fantasy Age, Dragon Age. I don't have time to play them. But I do have time to play D&D 5e. I've got time to play Pathfinder 2e, Starfinder, and Savage Worlds. Those are my favorite games. Tau Science is another great game, an old school game. Great game. But, I'm going to be doing my first video here. I'm going to be releasing 2 videos a week on Mondays and Thursdays on Digital Dungeon Master. And they're going to be nothing but conversation videos. That's another thing you guys want me to do. You want me to talk more about games. Well, I'm going to start talking more about games. And, to kind of touch up on the 5e thing, I'm sorry if you're going to end your subscription on my YouTube channel just because I don't do 55e videos a week. There's 1,000 other channels out there on YouTube that does nothing but 5e, nothing but the 800-pound elephant in the room, and I'm just not going to do that. So if I'm going to lose you as a viewer, unfortunately, I accept that, and hopefully in the future you will open up your mindset to other games and not just think that there's one end-all be-all game out there, because there's not. We are in a renaissance of the RPG, in my opinion, and there's so many great games out there. And I hope that you continue to subscribe to my channel and have an open mind to all the great games out there that are other than D&D 5e. And that's all I'm going to say on this. Thursday, I will have a new video out where I'm going to talk about nothing but, D&D 5e and why do you watch just D&D 5e? That's what the video is going to be. And, some of you may take it wrong, some of you may not, but I hope you have an open mind and enjoy the conversational videos, because that's what the majority of all of you that left comments, that sent me emails, that's what you want. You want me to talk about games, and I'm going to do that. I'm also going to comment on the other big YouTube channels out there because I watch them as well. There's a lot of good things that I see that are posted, and there's some things that are posted that I have no clue why. And I'm not going to bash any other YouTubers because I have the utmost respect for them, because I know what it takes to do this. And it's a lot of hard work. It isn't just turning on a camera and talking to it. It's not like turning it on and playing a video game. There's a lot of thought that goes into this. And I'm not going to bash any other YouTubes. I just want to figure out why some YouTubers are making videos and why they're asking the questions that they are. It's just going to be it's going to be fun doing this, and I'm going to be having a lot of fun doing this, and I appreciate everybody opening up my eyes to this. So moving on from there, when I had my Patreon page, I did a monthly Dave's Real Life Story, where I would just talk about stories of what has happened in my life. Everybody in the world can do this. So this is nothing special. Dave's Real Life Stories are nothing special. These are just real stories that have happened to me in my real life, in my 48 years of existence. So would you like me to start taking Dave's Real Life Stories, and some of them are pretty crazy, some of them are pretty sad, some of them are insanely funny. So would you like me, and leave a comment down in the comment section, would you like me to start doing my Dave's Real Life Stories here on the Digital Dungeon Master channel? So please let me know down in the comment section. So another thing about the games, now a lot of people say that the thumbnails are actually kind of confusing, and that kind of goes back to, and I probably should have moved this up to talk about the games and the playlists and each game session being its own video. So I think the thumbnails will kind of auto-correct itself now that there's not going to be 50,000 numbers on them. I'm also going to probably start putting a title inside of the video as well, so it just won't say Pathfinder 2 Beginner Box Set Session 1. It won't do that. I'll make a title up, sort of like the theme for that adventure, that part of the adventure, that session, and I think we'll do that going forward. And I'll also change up the graphics visually on the thumbnails as well, so they all don't look the same. And that was another concern from quite a few of the comments on YouTube. So I think the thumbnails will have different art, no more 1,000 numbers on it, stuff like that. I think that's going to be great. So for those of you, the last year, maybe a little bit more. I've had Belle. She's been helping me with my social media. She has done an amazing job. And if it wasn't for her, I would probably not even be where I'm at now, to be honest. I mean, Belle has done a magnificent job with social media for me. So I think she does a notification already for maybe an hour or 30 minutes before the game starts or before a live stream starts. So I think I'm going to double check with that, but I think she does it already. But I've seen a couple people say that I don't have a notification. I don't know if that's just because they're not following me on social media. So if you're not following me on social media, then that's probably the reason why you're not getting notifications. So heads up, hello, follow me on social media. So I also did the Digital Dungeon Master vodcast, where I would always every month have a guest on. I did that. I met a lot of great people in the industry. Chris Lindsay, just so many people. Jonathan Nelson, Wolfgang Bauer, Chris Ramus. I met a lot of great people doing my Digital Dungeon Master vodcast. So I think I'm going to bring that back as a once a month ordeal, and I'm going to try to get some of the authors, creators, etc. of the industry back on the show. And it'll be for different. It's just not going to be Wizards of the Coast people. I mean, they're busy anyway. It's hard to get any kind of WotC employee as an interview. So I think I'm going to do what I was doing before. Just grab a lot of folks from around the industry and just have them on and talk about games, talk about their products, and I think that's going to be great. So we're going to be I think I'm going to be bringing that back as a once a month ordeal. Also, let me know in the comments section down below what you think of that as well. So I mentioned that I'm going to be doing on my Digital Dungeon Master channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of just talking to you about games. Maybe tutorials on games. We'll talk about rule set mechanics for D&D 5e. We'll talk about rule set mechanics for Pathfinder, for Starfinder, for Savage Worlds. And I think that's going to be fun. So there's going to be more instructional videos. I'm also going to be doing a lot of DM methodology on what I do when I DM. Running games on the fly, stuff like that, because, your players never do what you want them to do. And, in a roundabout way, all DMs railroad players, unless you're in a 1000% pure type of sandbox element game. But then again, you still end up railroading them anyway. You just won't admit it, but you do. But the R word. So we're going to talk a lot about DM methodology. I'm going to be talking about, just different games, classes in games, feats. And to all you min-maxers out there, I know there's a lot of other channels that proclaim the 10 billion damage wizard from the DM's Guild. That ain't going to be on my channel. So don't expect min-maxing videos. I'm sorry. I think min-maxing videos are stupid. I'm sorry. So if you're a min-maxer out there, and I'm going to lose you as a subscriber now that I said min-maxing videos are stupid, then I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do, obviously, to make you stay. So I'm going to be doing a lot more game discussion videos as well. And that's going to lead into other videos that were created on YouTube that I'm also going to kind of comment on in a very neutral type of way. A lot of folks also mentioned that you followed the channel for Fantasy Grounds tutorials. And I will be doing some Fantasy Grounds tutorials again for Fantasy Grounds Unity. I don't want to do them yet until the program is a little bit more established. I mean, I work full-time for Fantasy Grounds, so, things are changing in the program all the time. So I don't want to do a bunch of videos and then all of a sudden it's going to change in a week or 2 weeks, and then I got to make more videos. So once a couple more updates are done, then I'll probably start doing some Fantasy Grounds Unity videos. So expect them as well. And I'm gonna be doing them on the Fantasy Grounds channel as well. So they're gonna be there, and they're also gonna be in my channel. You can go anywhere you want to watch. Plus, there's a lot of other channels out there that I'm sure. Like the Fantasy Grounds College, I'm sure they probably have a bunch of videos up as well. So there's going to be a multitude of Fantasy Grounds Unity instructional videos on how to use the program. So miniatures. This is also a very highly debated topic in comments and in emails. And about 60% of you like all of the miniature unboxing videos. And that leaves about another 40% that say, miniatures aren't my thing. I don't watch those videos. Fair enough. Totally. I love miniatures. I'm going to continue to make miniature videos. And how I'm going to handle this now is I have created a miniature channel. It's called David's World of Miniatures. Nothing fancy, very basic, and that is going to be where I put all of my miniature videos. And I know that a lot of those videos were rushed. The quality is not the best, and I am going to, over the next... I have probably 10,000 pre-painted miniatures, at least 10,000 pre-painted miniatures. And I'm going to remake every single miniature video. They are going to be beautiful videos because I've already created a couple of test videos on how I'm going to do this. And I will say, wow, the production quality is a league above everything that I've already done. So Dave's World of Miniatures, I'll have my first videos coming out next week. It's going to be linked to this channel as well. So, Dave's World of Miniatures, please follow it, David's World of Miniatures. Please subscribe to it. You'll get notifications on when I upload a video. And I plan on doing 2 videos a week for my miniature YouTube page as well. I'm not going to be doing, video every other day for, like I did since September till last week when they ended. I mean, I have over 100 miniature unboxing videos, and I'm not breaking them up anymore. I'm not making 3 or 4 videos of when I unbox a full case. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to do one solid video like I'm doing one solid video for games. So the playlists are going to be shorter. They'll be in order of release. I'm going to be doing Pathfinder miniatures. I'm going to be doing the Icons of the Realms miniatures. I'm going to be doing the Warlock 4D. Starfinder, you can see behind me. I got a ton of stuff that I haven't even opened yet. I got the new Starfinder. So Starfinder's probably going to be the first thing that I do because there's not a lot of Starfinder miniatures, and I can do those fairly easily to get all of those up and up to date. And then I'm going to start at new releases and work my way back. So I think that's what I'm going to do for David's World of Miniatures. So there will also be a link in the comment section. Please go there, subscribe to the channel. There's nothing on there yet, but believe me, there's going to be 2 videos a week coming out. Maybe 3. I don't know. Just depends. Depends on how much time I have. But there's a lot of miniatures. Like I said, I got 10,000 plus pre-painted miniatures, and I want you to be able to see them. And the new way that I'm going to be displaying these miniatures, holy cow. The production quality is 10 times better on what I was doing. So I'm super excited about that. You're going to be able to see the miniatures in such a high HD. It's going to be nice. They're going to be super clear. The focus is going to be beautiful, etc. So if you are a miniatures fan, if you are part of that 60% that was commenting they love the unboxing videos, then David's World of Miniatures, that's going to be for you. Everything else will be on my Digital Dungeon Master channel. The game that I'm going to be running, one game I'll be running, and all the other videos that I'm going to be talking about games are going on Digital Dungeon Master. So, one other thing, would you like me to make a Fantasy Grounds tutorial YouTube channel? Because there's going to be a lot of those. but I think that could also help. I just don't want to flood everything on Digital Dungeon Master anymore. I just don't want to do that. So let me know in the comments section, do you think a Fantasy Grounds tutorial YouTube page would warrant doing as well? All right, so the next thing is talk about adventures again. And I'm kind of all over the place, I know that. But that's what I get, because I literally went through all 150 comments and 50 plus emails. The length of the games that I'm going to be running, you know, the D&D 5e, Pathfinder 2, Starfinder, and Savage Worlds, are going to be about an hour to 2 hours per session. That's what I can do. I can do one game a week. That's what I have time for. And because I want to do other things like miniature videos. I want, for that channel, I want to do Fantasy Grounds tutorials, and I want to do discussion videos. So I've noticed that over the years, more people like those videos and watch those videos than games. Point blank. I mean, that's just a simple truth. But I think 2 hours will be nice chunk size game videos. It'll keep the game fresh. It'll want the players coming back for more. It'll hopefully have you wanting to come back for more. Because I noticed that after a couple of hours, usually you start losing players' focuses after a couple hours. And I used to do a lot of 4 and 6 hour session games. I will never do that again. And I know a lot of you do that, but that is just not what I want to do. So shorter game sessions. I'm also going to be, look, I've had the same players for 8 to 10 years. I'm going to be rotating players in and out now. I am going to be finding players that I haven't been very strenuous on requirements, but I want new personalities. I want some new blood. I also am going to start requiring HD cameras, good internet connections, and also very nice sound quality types of mics like what I have, because I've heard a lot of comments that the audio levels just aren't there. So I want to fix that. I want to be more strenuous, and in fact, I've already fixed a lot of that with adjusting volume levels, which I'll be honest, I dropped the ball on this. I never worried about the volume levels of the players, and I never did. So, and I don't watch the chat as I'm running the game, because I want to give my players my full, I want to give them everything of me. I don't want to be like I used to do 6-8 years ago, ignore my players and talk in the chat. I'm not doing that ever again. But I'm giving them my undivided attention for an hour to 2 hours, and I want them to give me their undivided attention as well. So I'm going to be looking for new players. I'm going to announce that on social media. I'll also make an announcement on my website. But I want bubbly personalities. I don't want min-maxers. Obviously, y'all know that. If you're going to come into my game, min-max, and make it miserable for every other player, you're not going to last but about 10 minutes, and you'll be gone. So I don't want min-maxers. I want bubbly personalities. I want people that are not afraid to be on camera. If you want to cosplay it, that's fine. My new game, Pathfinder 2 game, my all-ladies game, they're all going to be cosplaying, so that's making me cosplay as well. So, I just want to try some new things. You have to have a nice HD camera. I don't want it all blurry to, where you look like hell. I don't want this old, foam headset with the little wire and the cheap mic to where I can't hear you and you got to scream. I want mics or really nice headsets. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask. I mean, they're fairly cheap now, and they're really obtainable. Amazon.com, free shipping with Amazon Prime. You can get anything you need. So there's going to be a little bit more requirements compared to what I've done in the past. So, yeah. But look for that. I'll be looking for players from time to time. And, maybe you can get into a game if you meet all the requirements. And I will have a PDF available to download on my website of everything that I require, which is probably something that I should have done years ago. All right, so let's talk about following the channel. I have 25,000 YouTube subscribers, but how many actually have their notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video? Obviously, there's not many. And I always see in the comments section and in this last video that I did, should I stay or should I go? I had so many people say, I just happened to stumble upon this. I don't even get notifications. Well, that's because YouTube several years back added, you used to be able to just follow the channel and you would get notified. But then they just did this ninja update, and now you have to, when you follow the channel, you have to turn on notifications as well. So if you're watching this video, please do me a favor and thumbs it up, of course. Why wouldn't you? Even if you don't like it, thumbs it down. I don't care. But anyways, when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you have your notifications turned on. And on Mondays and Thursdays, about noon Eastern Standard Time, when I release my videos, you'll get a notification on when I release a new video. And you can also do that for David's World of Miniatures as well, if you are one of the 60% that really enjoyed me unboxing all of the miniatures. Oh, I'm so excited about doing the new miniature videos too. And I'm excited about just talking about games again. Oh, man, am I so excited about it. Y'all have no clue. My first video, why do you just watch D&D 5e? That's going to be a great video, and I hope you watch it. I really do. That's coming out on Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm also going to hire a YouTube, basically a specialist. And I want to learn the ins and outs of all of the behind the scenes stuff, keywords, SEO, RPM. I want to learn all of that. So I'm going to be hiring a YouTube consultant, which is going to probably be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I want to learn more about YouTube. I mean, it's been on autopilot. Like I said last video, should I stay or should I go? My channel's been on autopilot for like 4 years. 3.5 years, 4 years. So I'm going to hire a consultant. I'm going to learn more about YouTube and hopefully grow this thing to where I've got a lot of people that are interested in RPG games from all kinds of different games that they like besides just D&D 5e. I hope I can relate to the Pathfinder 2 fans out there. I hope I can relate to the Savage Worlds fans out there. And I hope I can relate to the Starfinder fans out there. And if there's any other games that come along and tickle my fancy, then I'll probably end up talking about them as well. So I think it's going to be fun, and I'm really excited about this. And I hope you continue to stay with me as well. All right, so I also want to update the website. It is horribly out of date. That's going to happen as well. That's on the back burner, but that is going to happen. Along with my calendar on the website, that needs to be updated as well. I know that I've seen a couple comments about that. That's definitely going to happen. But that's going to happen after I get all of the channels migrated into their own entities and videos start uploading. Then I will start worrying about the digitaldungeonmaster.com website, and I will start updating that for sure, and the calendar. So that's everything that I have to discuss. And like I said, thank you everybody for taking the time out of your day to help me figure out what I need to do. Because I'm telling you, it was on autopilot. So thank you to the hundreds of people that have contacted me, comments, emails, messages on Twitch, on Discord. I really appreciate it. I appreciate my community. I mean, you guys are awesome. If I didn't enjoy seeing, your comments throughout the years, then I probably wouldn't. And I know that the community is what has kept me going this entire time. Because like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of ups and downs in being a YouTuber / streamer. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's just not, like some people say, oh, you're just playing a game, having fun. You just turn it on and start playing, yo. No, it's not like that at all. So thank you, everybody. I totally appreciate it. Please leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think of the sound quality, since I've done a lot of upgrades, a lot of tweaks. Let me know what you think of the video quality. I hope it's up to par now because it was sitting at probably like a double or triple bogey before. So thank you, everybody. Please, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and also turn on notifications. That's something that I have dropped the ball on as well. If you like the video, please like it. Do me a favor, helps with the algorithms. If you don't like it, thumbs it down. Anyways, until my next video on Thursday, why do you just watch 5e? That's going to be a good video. So thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, happy gaming and stay safe. Bye for now.